Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I want to say thank you if you watched the last one, which was we did some banner grabbing and a few other items as well. That was fun. And on this video, we're going to do some offensive security, some password cracking tools using Cain and Abel and some other tools as well. We're going to connect with some virtual machines, use some password dumping, as well as LM hash and detecting rootkits. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start using the password cracking tools. We're going to use some Cain Abel, some PWdump, and some LM hash and a few other things. But first, we're going to have to connect to the virtual machine to connect to another virtual machine. All right, we're actually going to click to 701 so we can actually boot it up. Starting. All right, now we can actually connect. All right, so we got the Win 701 loaded. As we can see here, it is showing us that we're officially connected. So we're gonna actually install Cain and Abel, right? This is a password cracker utility that helps to recover passwords from a lot of different sources, like a local system or a wireless. So we're actually going to download it here. Actually, let me exit this out. All right, then let's see, hacking tools. Okay. Save, of course. Right. Let's open the folder. And then actually, oh, we got to double clicked it. Let's actually delete it. Yep. No. That. Super quick. Love it. Okay, so we're actually going to open this. Yes. Next. I agree. Of course. Finish. Oh, we need to extract. Okay. Let's turn this on. All right, perfect. So I have the Cain application opening. Actually, let me close this out back here. And I won't need this anymore. With that, actually open this up. All right, so now I'm going to start using Cain and Abel, right? So now I'm going to head to the Cracker tab. And let's take a look at our hashes here. And then we're going to add to the list. We're going to hit next. All right, and now we can see here, right? I'm actually going to look here. Okay. All right, so now we see the brute force attack dialog box, right? So I'm going to set the max length for the password to be 8. Okay. Then I'm actually going to start cracking here. Start cracking away. So now the process has initiated, right? So if we take a look here, we'll see the time left field, and this depends on the value defined in the max dropdown and the char set that we use here, right? And the higher the value, the longer time that it'll take to crack a password. Also, more combinations that we provide in the char set here, the more time it will take to use the combinations and crack the password. I'm actually going to keep it running here. I'm actually going to here. Actually, I can't minimize. Okay, so here. So I'm opening up the AVG interface. Let's take a look at our settings. All right, so we actually need to temporarily disable this. Okay, set apply. Then we actually want it for 15 minutes. Take a while. So yes, okay. We actually need to go back. We need to also do the resident shield as well. All right, and apply. What we're doing, we're pretty much just disarming the device to make sure that we're able to carry out the exercise of cracking the password, right? So let's actually minimize this here, right? And let's actually open up the man for someone. That's the administrator, of course. Right, so let's do this here. Okay. Now I'm just going to change the directory to PWdump. Yeah, spell that right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. So now I'm just going to export the hashes into a text file. All right. Perfect. So now I'm just going to confirm if the password text file is now generated. So I'm just going to take a look here. Perfect. So we have the administrator, the guest, the admin, the marketing, temporary, whoever Bobby is. All right. So it just showed us the content of the exported password. So it's going to minimize that. So let me actually go back here, and brute force is still going. So I'll actually stop it here. We'll see that really wasn't much of anything cracked. It didn't go that long based off the time that was left, of course. So we're going to exit, right? And now we're still on the cracker tab. I'm actually going to remove these. I'm going to show you something really quick here. So of course, and then we want to actually add to the list. And we want to, let's see, hash. See exactly what we're doing here. Here. Let's see. There it is. Perfect. Next. There we go. Awesome, right? So now we added the import hashes from the text file, right? So the user accounts are now added to the list. So now I can actually start the cracking password again. So let's see here. All right. Let's see. This one, I'm actually going to change this one to uppercase, lowercase, and numbers as far as the different combinations for it to try. All right. And of course, I'm going to beat this down to 8. Let's start cracking. All right, perfect. So it is officially initiated. So now I want to also take a look again at the number of days that it looks like it will take to crack the password now as compared to what we previously did, but the number of days was a bit higher. The number of days here has increased or a lot, pretty much over a year, right? Over 362 days. So we can actually observe this a little bit. Well, if you can, for the purpose of this video, I don't want to make it too long. But yeah, it'll pretty much show the same time window until it continues to go longer and longer as far as attempting to crack. So now what we're going to do for our next task is going to disable the LM hash, which was stored in the SAM database with the older operating system like Windows XP. However, from Windows Vista onwards, LM hashes were actually no longer stored. So in the registry key, no LM hash prevented the storage of LM hashes in the SAM database. So typically, if you have Windows XP on your network, which I hope to God you don't, you can actually force disabling LM hash stored in SAM database through the group policy. So to do that, I'm actually going to swivel over to this server here. All right, so now we'll take a look at, by way of server manager through the group policy management, we're actually going to do a few things here. Nope, there it is. All right, then let's take a look at the domains. Let's take a look here. We're going to edit here. All right, let's take a look at our policies. Of course, Windows settings, security here. Let's take a look at our local policies. It never loads for me. Oh, there it is. How you doing, buddy? All right, let's take a look at our security options. All right, so if we look at there, these are different policy settings, right? So I want to take a look particularly at the network security. Let's see, should be in alphabetical order. So, okay, I was looking for this one as far as the hash value on the next password change, but we need to set the group policy to ensure the network authentication is using a secure method. I'm actually going to take a look at another one here. That'll be it. Perfect. All right, so we're going to define. Okay, that's weird. So, all right, come on. All right, so we're actually going to define this, right? And we're going to this response, and we're going to refuse LM and NTLM. So we're going to apply. Yes, we'd like the change. All right, perfect. So we're good there. So the policy is now enabled, as we see here. Right, well, here rather. And let's actually close this out. Looks like it doesn't want to. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the LM hash generation, right? So to generate hashes from the password, we're actually going to switch back over to Windows 7. I'm actually going to stop the attack here. And I'm actually going to exit. And of course, nothing was really done. Just showing to demonstrate, how to do it, even though it wasn't going to be fully finished. But I'm actually going to minimize this so I can minimize the entire virtual window. And we're actually going to, actually, let me do that too. So I'm actually going to go back to Internet Explorer so we can actually take a look at something else really quick here. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now in the password text box, I'm going to do this here. All right, and we're going to calculate some hashes. And we see the PW format, the NTLM hash, the LM hash as well. And the output is generated as such, right? So we just wanted to showcase that as well. And now we can actually get to detecting some rootkits. So to do this, I'm actually going to install a tool named Threatfire. So I'm actually going to, let me open this back up. Not here, no, this one here. And actually can close this out. Okay. All right, so we actually need to open this back up here. We got a lot of tools. Okay. Where's this? There he is. Of course, we want it to save, open, to run. Okay, so let's delete. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's fix that. All right, so we finally got it up and running. All right, so let's hit here. Okay, next, install. Should be fairly quick. Okay, finish, of course. Should load up here for us fairly quickly. There it is. All right, we're going to start our scan. Then let's take a look at the rootkit, and we want to start our scan here. Should take a moment. All right, so the scan is officially completed, and there are looks like there's no threats detected. There's no rootkits that are found, of course, on the lab device. But this brings us ultimately to the end of this video for using password cracking tools such as Cain Abel, connected to a virtual machine, using PWdump7 and disabling the LM hash and performing the LM hash generation, as well as attempting to detect rootkits. Now, this was so much fun, and we're going to have even more fun on the next video when we're doing some upgrading and securing secure shell connections. I'll see you there. You stay curious, stay secure.